So I'm Will Stewart. I'm Senior Vice President of Harvest One. I actually come to this industry from a politics communications background, helped a lot of people get their licenses in the early days, spent a lot of time testifying as an expert witness at Senate committees and provincial legislatures on legalization. But now I'm with Harvest One. And I think Harvest One's got a unique things to offer in the cannabis space. We're not just a cannabis company. We do a lot of other things. You hear a lot about the need for distribution. You hear a lot about the need to be where seniors are at Shoppers Drug Mart. You hear a lot about innovative products. You hear a lot about IP. You're going to hear all of that within this presentation here today for a cannabis company. So don't be so quick to dismiss us as just the people who grow flower and sell it for recreational consumption, which we also do. The disclaimer, everyone's got time to read that. Great, thank you. This is our corporate structure. We, on the cultivation end of the spectrum, we have United Greeneries. It's on Vancouver Island, a little small town called Duncan. We grow premium indoor grown flower there. We then sell that to 4 provinces as well as medically through our own portal and through Shoppers Drug Mart portal. Our brands are Royal High and Captain's Choice, again in 4 provinces. At Shoppers Drug Mart, we sell it as Sada Farm, which I'll get to in one second. We also have a greenhouse that we purchased, small, 3.5 acres, about 152,000 square feet, that we'll be using for extraction to infuse some of our consumer packaged goods, which I'll talk about in this presentation as well. Under the CPG part of our business, we have Dream Water, which is currently in 30,000 stores across North America. I don't know a single other cannabis company that has distribution anywhere near 30,000 storefronts. Fair criticism, they are not cannabis products. But what does that teach us? It teaches us contract manufacturing at scale, it teaches us supply chain, and it teaches us distribution. And that's a skill set that I think cannabis companies are going to come up against in the coming years. We're already dealing with that now. And when I'm talking about retailers, I am talking about Loblaws, Shoppers Drug Mart, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, major retailers across Canada and the US. Delivra, we just acquired in about June of this year. It is it is a pain cream, a topical pain relief cream that has a proprietary way of moving pharmaceuticals through your skin. It was invented by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Joe Gabriel. He was listed as EY's Entrepreneur of the Year last year. Those 2 products we obviously bought for a reason. We're going to be infusing those with cannabinoids. But right now, both of those products are Health Canada and FDA certified. Delivra is only in Canada right now, but in 6,000 stores. So we'll be taking that to the same stores we sell Dream Water in the United States. Sada Farm is more of our medical end of the spectrum. Sada Farm is a unique proprietary pill, which I'll talk about in detail further in this presentation. But you'll see Phytotech Therapeutics. We own that company now, but they did our clinical studies. We've done stage 1 and stage 2 clinical studies on that pill for pediatric epilepsy. And then finally, Burb, which is a BC-based retailer. We own 20% of Burb, which is the maximum you can own under British Columbia law as a licensed producer. They just got their first 2 licenses in Port Coquitlam, so they'll be opening their stores, they say, within the month. So United Greeneries. We sell in British Columbia, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario with Royal High and Captain's Choice. Captain's Choice is now mainly a pre-roll product that we use a blend of sativas and a blend of indicas to make. Our goal is to be at 20,000 kgs of premium indoor grown flower by the end of 2020 calendar year. That we think is enough to supply us with the premium flower we want for the recreational market. We don't see large-scale cultivation as part of the future of the cannabis industry. We see more niche, high-quality products. Of course, we do have our supply agreement with Shoppers Drug Mart for medical cannabis. That's grown by United Greeneries right now. Right now, we have an extraction agreement with Valens, who does our extraction for us. And we've got a bunch of cannabis. I know we're going to get our terminology. I always say Cannabis 2.0 is about to start. The last presenter said we're about to start Cannabis 3.0. So let's just say the next phase of cannabis. We will have a number of different products coming to the market, including vape pens, topicals, and sleep shots. Guess where we're going to get all those from? Our Duncan facility in British Columbia is about 16,000 square feet now. That's about 1,000 kgs a year. We're working to triple that. Evidence packages have been submitted to Health Canada for the expansion, so that should be coming online quickly. We do have a facility in Lucky Lake, Saskatchewan. That's a 60,000 square foot building. We'll be submitting licensing applications for that by the end of the calendar year. That is the the construction is going along quite well. We're obviously surrounded by a lot of farmland as well, which will help us with outdoor grow if we choose to go in that direction. And then down on the end, we bought a greenhouse outside of Hamilton. That greenhouse is not part of our 20,000 kg target of premium indoor grown flower. That will be purely for extraction purposes. You can see we've got the greenhouse there, but then we've also got a 42,000 square foot head house. That will be an EU GMP certified facility where we'll be making some of our other products as we go forward. One of those key products for us is the Sada Farm pill. We think this is a huge market differentiator for us. Sada Farm pill is a gel pill, so it is cannabinoids inside of microgelatin beads inside of a gastro-resistant capsule. So what that means in real language is you take the pill, it does not digest in your stomach, it passes through your stomach to your intestine where the pill opens up and the balls drop out. It's a great video at our booth on it. You can see it laid out at the Harvest One booth. This gives us clinically proven 30% higher bioavailability and a longer effect. You also get with this pill, again, the clinical research that we've done on it on pediatric epilepsy, which shows us outperforming the market leader on a prescription basis, an effect for the market leader on a prescription basis. I jumped ahead of myself. Clinical trials, a little talk about the clinical trials. Then we move on to our CPG division, which is Dreamwater. Dreamwater is currently FDA approved and Health Canada approved. We just signed a global endorsement deal with Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm probably in the wrong city to talk about that, but in Toronto, that's a really big deal. Those Dreamwater shots are available in 30,000 stores currently. There's 3 active ingredients in it, and cannabis is not one of them. So you've got one ingredient will make you drowsy, one will put you to sleep, and one will keep you asleep. We see there's a conference actually going on upstairs today for World Sleep Congress. This is a big product for us, currently selling, and something that we'll be doing some line extensions on, as well as infusing with CBD for the next wave of cannabis legalization in Canada, but also in the United States. And frankly, it's likely to come to the United States quicker, given the changes with the Farm Bill down there, and CBD from hemp gives us a lot more ability to move it across state lines and potentially sell in major retailers, whereas in Canada, we're likely only going to be able to sell this in cannabis stores in the immediate future or through medical portals. In June of this year, we acquired Delivra. Delivra's product is Live Relief. Dr. Joe Gabriel is a product formulator that invented a transdermal technology for the delivery of pharmaceuticals. He's also now developed a new way, a variant on that for a better way to move cannabinoids transdermally through your skin. This is a product that typically outperforms the Voltarens and Rub A535s because of that proprietary nature of it. It can get the pharmaceuticals deeper into your system. Typically, topical pain relief cream is not going to help people with hip problems. Our product will help with hip problems because it can get in deeper with those pharmaceuticals. We're going to be this is currently in 6,000 stores across Canada. No stores in the US yet, but it does have its FDA approval. So we'll be moving this into the United States as soon as we can. And of course, infusing it with CBD as well in the United States, and infusing it with CBD and THC here in Canada for the next wave of legalization. So just an overview, 38,000 stores with Dreamwater and Delivra between Canada and the United States. And then down here with our cannabis, our 4 provinces that we're in, as well as Shoppers Drug Mart. I should say that there's the potential to have all of these products listed through Shoppers Drug Mart as well with the cannabis-infused versions of it. The products that we have, Dreamwater and Delivra, are on the shelves in Shoppers Drug Mart now. And then if we can move it through their cannabis portal and Cannabis 2.0, that's certainly something we are looking at. Burb, very briefly, we own 20% of them. They've got 2 licensed stores now. The stores are actually opened as high-end apparel and streetwear, generating that bit of a following, generating some street credentials for themselves. They've been in Forbes. They've been in a bunch of different publications in the United States as a brand to watch in Canada. And again, we only own 20% of that, which is the maximum allowed in British Columbia. Brief overview of our executive team. I'll just point to our CEO in the top left part of the screen, and the reason why I want to point to our CEO is somebody probably not well known in cannabis circles, but certainly well known in Canadian retail. Grant just left 38 years, leaving as the Chief Operations Officer at Loblaws Shoppers Drug Mart, and he's now our CEO, so it teaches us, again, a lot about that supply chain and contract manufacturing and getting products from conception out to market. Brief slide on our capital structure, which we're more than happy to talk to you about at our booth, of course. We're just 2 rows over. And then a couple of future catalysts for you, which I think I've touched on through this presentation. And that's it, just as I'm about to get the hook from our host. Thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate you listening.